not all phones are good enough for gaming. In fact, many of them are bad. Make a wise decision and pick the best gaming phone for your budget and needs. Hello guys, welcome to Gadget 10. We've got the top 5 best gaming phones in 2022 for you today. You can buy it at the link in the description below the video. Number 5. Red Magic 6 is Pro. The Red Magic 6 is Pro is one of the cheapest pathways to Qualcomm's Snapdragon 888 Plus processor on the market right now. In terms of display, it's a 6.8-inch, 1080 by 2400 OLED panel, complete with a feature you won't get on non-Red Magic phones, a 165Hz refresh rate. The 6 Pro is powered by the Snapdragon 888 Plus, up to 16GB of random access memory. It features an octa-core Kryo 680 CPU and Adreno 660 integrated GPU, as well as built-in 5G support. Cameras are important on all modern smartphones, although they take a backseat on the 6 Pro. The setup is the same as its predecessors, with a 64-megapixel main sensor joined by an 8-megapixel ultra-wide and 2-megapixel macro. Lastly, the device is fueled with a LiPo 5050 mAh, non-removable, international model, and LiPo 4500 mAh, non-removable, China model. Number 4. Black Shark 4. While a lot of gaming phones have a very specific aesthetic, the Black Shark 4 is more low-key. This phone comes sporting a 6.67-inch Full HD Plus OLED display. That's the same as the Black Shark 3. Where you will see an upgrade is in refresh rate, with the displays now capable of outputting at 144 Hz, previously 90 Hz. Combined with a class-leading 720 Hz touch sampling rate, this should provide the super smooth gameplay we've come to associate with Black Shark phones. The Shark 4 is powered by Qualcomm SM8250AC, Snapdragon 870 5G, and the phones are well served by RAM offerings. The Shark 4 has options for 6, 8, and 12 GB, while the 4 Pro has a choice between 8, 12, and 16 GB. For cameras, both the Black Shark 4 and 4 Pro have 8-megapixel wide-angle and 5-megapixel macro cameras on the back, but that's about where the similarities end. The regular phone has a 48-megapixel main sensor, while the Pro model bumps this up to 64 megapixel. And lastly, in terms of battery, this phone has 4,500 mAh batteries, as well as class-leading 120-watt wired charging. Number 3. Razer Phone 2. Razer is a brand that has become a synonym for two things: gaming and high prices. So when they announced the original Razer phone, people pretty much knew what to expect. Razer in name and Razer by nature, this phone's screen is sharp with 1440 by 2560 resolution, delivering 515 pixels per inch. Now, one of the main selling points of the Razer Phone 2 is its superb QHD 120Hz IPS display with HDR support. Inside, you'll find a snappy 10nm Snapdragon 845 CPU that won't have any trouble running the latest mobile games, and the in-game and system performance is spot on as well. Add to that the 8GB of random access memory, and the Razer Phone 2 also does a great job as far as multitasking is concerned. It only comes with 64GB of internal storage, which is something of a gold spot for Android phones at the moment, since it's easy to add extra storage with the help of memory cards. The Razer Phone 2 doesn't have 3 cameras around the back, instead featuring a primary wide-angle camera and a 2x telephoto lens like the iPhones with 12 megapixel wide plus 12 megapixel telephoto and front camera 8 megapixel. Lastly, the Razer Phone 2's battery story is anything but simple. The numbers are solid, 4,000 mAh. In day-to-day use, like those other phones, it also lasts a full day with around 15% left in the tank. It launched in 2018, so Razer will probably have a new phone lineup for 2022. Number 2. Lenovo Legion Phone Duel 2. Lenovo is no stranger to gaming, but its ability to take years of PC gaming know-how and make a pocket-sized device is impressive. The Legion Phone Duel 2 has 2 cooling fans that work alongside a vapor chamber to help keep the phone chill when playing graphic-intensive games during a marathon session. The phone is packed with 6.92 inches AMOLED display with a capacitive touchscreen at a resolution of 1080 by 2460 pixels, up to 144 Hz. The smartphone is powered by the Qualcomm SM8350 Snapdragon 888 5G octa-core chipset, and the smartphone consists of 8, 12, 16, and 18 GB of random access memory options, while the internal storage has 128, 256, and 512 GB options. Switch to the camera section. The smartphone comes with a setup of a rear dual camera 64 megapixel wide plus 16 megapixel ultra wide. The selfie camera consists of a motorized pop-up 44 megapixels wide. The smartphone is protected with a water-repellent coating. Lastly, the device is fueled with 5,500 non-removable lipolymer. It additionally consists of fast-charging 65-watt, single USB-C port, plus fast-charging 90-watt, dual USB-C ports. It is available in 2 colors as titanium white and ultimate black. Number 1. Asus ROG Phone 5 Ultimate. The ROG Phone 5 Ultimate is the best gaming phone to date. The ROG Phone 5 Ultimate delivers seriously powerful specs for a mobile gaming device. The display, though slightly larger than the ROG Phone 3, is similar in many respects. It caps out at the same 144 Hz refresh rate for buttery smooth gameplay, sports an impressive Full HD Plus 2448 by 1080 resolution with 1 millisecond response time. There's also HDR10 Plus support, and there's an improved 300 Hz touch sampling rate on offer, providing lightning-fast response times when playing games. At the heart of the gaming phone, you'll find the top-end Qualcomm Snapdragon 888 that's paired with up to 16 GB of LPDDR5 random access memory and up to 256 GB of lightning-fast UFS 3.1 storage depending on the options available in your region. On the rear, you'll find a triple camera setup comprised of a main 64-megapixel Sony IM686 sensor offering pixel binning tech to produce 12-megapixel images with enhanced detail alongside a 13-megapixel 125-degree ultra-wide lens and a 5-megapixel macro lens. Lastly, battery life is another area where the ROG Phone 5 truly excels, sporting 6,000 mAh of power split across 2 3,000 mAh cells. If you want to focus on gaming above all else, the normal ROG Phone 5 is the phone to go for.